Hi, everybody. I'm here with Miss Rudd. Okay, I'm just gonna hop right in.
Love it.
Okay, so can you tell me what the lesson is gonna be about, or like what?
Yeah. So our lesson, you want today or tomorrow?
Yeah.
um. Okay. Our lesson is for today. They're finishing up a test.
Ooh.
And then they're starting reading our next section of our book, Patient Zero. So we actually have like a couple different things that are going on in class right now because seventh grade is being asked to implement like this module entirely on the computers.
Okay.
So we've had to do like everything on Canvas.
Ooh.
So like that's the big deal. The district is asking us that our first test is on Canvas. So like for this module, so
Yeah.
we started it yesterday. It took way more time than we anticipated.
Mm.
So the lesson that we'll be doing is like finishing some of that up.
Okay. Do you know why they want it on Canvas? Is it just
It's
easier to
paper, like to try to save paper
Mm.
and to try to move kids more towards being comfortable with like the digital learning platform and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, if it's a kid, they need the laptop. Get your laptop and go Speaking of Canvas,
are like, would you say, are they getting used to using Canvas?
Yes, I think that they are. Check on top, Tony.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, will you briefly describe some of the students in the class that I'll be like watching, including any special needs that you differentiate for?
Well, so depending on which period should we do?
Would you tell me?
If you come into period 6, that's when I have Mr. Wilson.
Okay.
And then that is where we're differentiating for special needs.
I'll
so
come
that
into
might
that
be
one.
like the best one.
I like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so I do have a co-teacher in there.
Yeah.
And he actually like will probably all start on the computer, and then if
Okay.
he needs to pull kids, obviously like a shortened schedule today too.
Yeah.
But there are at least 7 students who have IEPs in that class.
Okay. And is that more or less than your other classes, would you say?
More. Yes, that's the only class that I have Mr. Wilson in with.
Gotcha. And so that's why you have the co-teacher?
Yes.
That makes sense. And like when they're all together, do you guys like take care of differentiation and like how you're gonna differentiate it beforehand, or
yes, and usually we're in the classroom together. Like he very
Yeah.
rarely pulls.
Okay.
I mean he does when needed, but
Yeah.
like usually he tries to not make the kids feel called out or whatever.
I like that. Yeah.
And like so we'll like read the test out loud to accommodate is one thing that obviously like since yesterday they did part of it, we might not have to read the whole thing out loud.
Yeah.
But repeating those things is needed.
Yep.
And then all students, like not just special education students, but all students are going to have access to like 5 minutes of reviewing the text. Since we did it yesterday.
Yeah.
We want to give them adequate time to like remember. So they're going to do a think/read, and then they're going to talk with a partner, and then they're going to go take their test, so that hopefully they've got like their memories refreshed about what they read yesterday and like why it was important.
Oh, that's perfect. So that's that's one of the instructional strategies you're going to use, is the think/read.
Yep, the read, think, talk, write.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, are you liking that?
Yeah. Yeah,
Read,
no, it is. It's
think.
like really naturally in our curriculum already.
Yeah.
So it makes it really easy. But
you said read, think, talk.
Talk, write.
Yep.
And then in this case, their test would be the writing portion or
Yep.
whatever.
Okay, so the test is the writing. The talking, do you have built-in like discussion,
like a specific? Yep, we've got like a specific question.
Yep. Oh, I like that.
And then like review. We're gonna give them like I think 5 minutes to reread the section it was about.
Love that. Ooh, what Iowa Standard will I be able to observe during the lesson? And I should have printed them out.
No, you're all good. It is.
It's probably like 3 or 4.
Oh, standard for teaching wise.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I thought you meant like the Iowa core standards.
No.
Here, I have them actually.
Oh, do you?
Yeah. Randomly, I'm like,
which is awesome.
So it would probably be The one about assessment, I think, is standard 3.
Yep. Standard 3.
Yeah, planning and preparing for instruction. And then standard 4, especially in this class, is uses strategies to deliver instruction to meet the multiple needs. So yeah, those 2 would probably be
That's perfect.
most likely.
Okay, so during the like talk portion where they're talking to each other, do you have them grouped in any type of way? Like,
Not for today.
Okay, all right.
Not for today. That's a good I should use it's a good thing to think about.
So in some of your instructional materials they're going to be using Canvas.
Yes.
And then the module, that's your curriculum, right?
Yep, that's like the EL curriculum.
EL.
Yep.
Is what you're using. Do you like it?
Yeah.
How long have you
This is like the 5th year that I've used it.
Okay, and are you by now you love it?
I feel like I'm getting and then I know what things I do need to tweak and stuff like that.
So when they I start the curriculum, some of the curriculums are very scripted. Is this really scripted, or is it?
It is scripted, but we modify as needed.
Yeah. And are you're putting your flavor on it because
it is very if I was a first year teacher coming into it, I feel like it would be maybe almost intimidating.
Really?
With how scripted it is.
Yeah.
Because then it's also they have canned questions, and the answers they expect the students to give back are so unrealistic.
Right.
That it's just you have to do I feel like we have had to do a little bit more of pre-teaching or different vocabulary instruction to try to enhance their understanding.
And the curriculum people they're good with that.
I believe, I've always gotten guidance from our coaches and admin within the building that we do, you do what you have to do.
Yes.
And
100%. What difficulties with the lesson do you anticipate students may have?
Just the amount of time it's taking to take the test and the stamina associated with that.
Yeah.
A lot of them started it yesterday, but then just wondering how long, hopefully they'll get it done today, especially with our shortened schedule. So
does fatigue set in, and what does that look like when it does?
For my 6th period, it's behaviors.
Yeah. So then you start seeing the behaviors. Yeah. Or I needed to go to the bathroom.
Right. Escaping or 100%. Just acting like a fool. But they
I'm sorry. How do you plan to assess student achievement? For meeting the objective. So the objective would be they need to be able to do X, Y, and Z based off the learning target.
Yeah. The learning target is that it's all about text structure. They can identify the text structures that the author's using, and they can explain how the sections contribute to the whole.
Yeah.
So it's they've got 4 multiple choice questions, and then there's a written response where they have to say how this one particular page contributed to the whole chapter.
I love that. And then so when you're in Canvas, I know that when you're grading it, for the multiple choice, that's easy. But then there's written pieces too, and so then you could just go in there, you read it, and you're able to give them feedback right on Canvas.
It is really pretty cool. There's a rubric built in, and we didn't they did all this for us. But so the multiple choice, it just it's red if it's incorrect, green, and then down here
that's their
they give this is the example answer, the grading notes. Ooh, and then this is what the student wrote.
I love that. Okay. And then so have they tested on Canvas yet?
No, this is the first test we've given on Canvas.
And so have you had to do any teaching on, so when I give you feedback, this is what it'll look like, and this is how you can communicate back with me or retake and
honestly, I'm still learning some of it. I feel like just yesterday I had them submit their work, even though some of them weren't done because I was so scared that it wasn't going to save. And so I need to get over some of that and but it's hard. I would hate for them to.
I love Canvas actually. When we were forced to use it, when I was teaching high school when COVID happened.
Yes.
And I loved the transition to it because they could look at their answer, they can look at feedback because they're looking at it at 11 midnight,
Right.
1 o'clock. Like I'm getting questions on Canvas. I could see it 1 a.m. But I'm like, oh wow, this is awesome. So they're communicating with me, and then I could reopen up that one essay question that they got. Like you need to add more.
Okay, and that's what I was
examples and
wondering
things like
about, like, because today, obviously, like, since not all of them are done,
Yeah.
I want them to be able to get back in and
Yes.
access, and they can always do that, right?
Yes, they
Even
should
after
be.
they've
They
submitted?
should be able to, and it'll be awesome. It'll be nice to see how that's changed.
Yeah.
Because I'm hoping so, and if not, then you have another.
Right, then we'll have to,
that'll
yeah.
and you're like, let me help you try to figure this out. Oh, I hope so. Technology is good until it fails.
It is, I know, and like I said, like I've just been like playing it safe with a lot of things.
I
having
like
them
that.
Save it.
That's
so
what I would do.
It's
too.
really worked out pretty well so far.
Okay, so do you run into any issues? I know that they come, they get their laptops, they go take it throughout the day. Are they dying in the middle of the day? Are kids not,
Yeah, and then some kids don't have theirs because they like left it in this room to charge or whatever. So that's a
Okay.
personal responsibility thing. But usually, like I have a prompt on the board right when they come in.
Mhm.
Like plug in your computer if you've been using it and it needs a charge. And then because we don't get on the computers, the first, like I said at the very beginning, like they read in their book and then
Yeah.
they talk to a partner, and usually we have a do now that doesn't involve their computer.
Yeah.
So like the first 10 to 15 minutes, go plug it in. And then I'll have a group of students like sit in this area if
Yeah.
they need to. But
Yeah.
it really hasn't been as big of an issue as
Ooh.
like,
That's good.
Yeah.
So do you like it back that now that we're back to one-on-one, well, kind of one-on-one versus like,
yeah,
you like it
like
better?
I have my cart, and then because I'm not responsible for like if a kid breaks off a key on computer number 11,
Yeah.
I don't have to figure out who that was.
Yeah.
Since they're all assigned their own device.
I like that. Are any of them taking it home at night?
No,
No.
not in 7th grade.
That's good.
In 8th grade they are. And I feel like 7th grade, unless they like leave early and
Yeah.
we miss them, and then we're supposed to call home and just confirm that they still have it.
Yeah.
Like, hey, remind your kid that they took their computer home so they can bring it back tomorrow.
But like, let's say that they don't finish the test and they're like, I really want to finish the test. Is there like certain situations?
The
that
test
you do
I
it?
actually locked down to
Okay.
only be accessible during class time.
Ooh.
Isn't
Okay.
that cool?
I
didn't
do
know-
like
yeah,
that.
I didn't know you could do it either, but then we were talking about it and I'm like, I don't want them to like be able to access their test if another student is done and they are not.
Ooh, I didn't think of that.
So you can click like assign to, and then you can make it available. So I made it yesterday available, like just their class, and then
Yeah.
now I'll assign it just to the kids who are not done.
Yeah,
And then make it available from like the time that
that's
they'll be in.
brilliant. Does that take a lot of time?
It didn't take that much time though.
You're killing it. Let's see. Ooh, what data and information will be collected? Well, you already told me that.
Yeah, just like the AT, PT, NM
Yes.
over the text structure stuff.
Do you have like a rubric that breaks down like for an AT? This is what like your responses need to look like. PT, or are you just using that?
Just using the
general-
like. To get an AT, you have to explain how the text sections and word choice impact the meaning and tone. I feel like anything, if they start to explain, that's a PT.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty, like, you don't get an NM unless you wrote
You
something that
didn't.
had nothing to do with what we read.
Right. And then like, are they allowed to what does retake look like for you in your class?
And I don't know yet with with this one
Yeah.
on Canvas.
Yeah.
But it'll probably be, we're gonna move on to like a new disease. Like each chapter is split up in diseases. We'll probably ask similar questions, but about the different disease.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like right now we're on cholera. It like goes over like the
Ooh.
patient zero of each
Okay.
disease. Yeah.
Interesting. Wow, I remember Ebola. I was so nervous about it. And then it came up to be nothing.
Dude, but it's real.
I was like, oh my God, it's going to come up here. I was afraid. Do you remember that like 10 years ago?
Yes.
That
That was a thing.
And then it like disappeared.
And then it wasn't even a thing.
What other questions are needed to be, let's just move forward. Okay, I appreciate you. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I have a question outside of that though. Do you think that formal evaluations impact teacher effectiveness? Like during your formal evaluation experiences, because you've been in this, you are a veteran
Yeah.
teacher. Like, do you think so?
It depends on the teacher to some extent.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to get feedback on your teaching.
Yeah.
I think overall, yeah. There's some things with the system that like are more like jumping through hoops or whatever, or like some teachers feel it's that.
Yeah.
So that's why I say it like might depend on the teacher.
Do you